Hi, this is Jason Roby again with Mad Cow Web. Today we're going to talk about moving content around on a WooCommerce single product page. um, a lot of times what you'll find if you Google, how to move my add to cart button above my product title or something like that is people will encourage you to manipulate the template files, which is definitely possible and definitely works. However, um, more experienced developers and WooCommerce themselves will tell you that you don't need to do that, because what's going to happen, what can happen down the road, is if they update their template and you've done this obviously in a child theme, then now your templates are out of date and would potentially break at some point. Versus if you just use the hooks they provide, you can do almost anything with that single product page. So that's what we're going to do today. We're just going to move some things around on the page, show you how to do it, obviously, and then then you'd be able to kind of do it on your own. So first and foremost, what I have on, actually, I should comment this out for now. Left hand side is my my live site that we're playing with, and the right hand side, which is kind of what I want to focus on right now, is the WooCommerce content single product file. Now I'm going to show my my Finder on my Mac, which is not going to be super helpful, but I do want to show you where this is. So I have a folder. I keep a copy, obviously, not obviously, but I would encourage you to keep a copy of the WooCommerce plugin on your computer somewhere, because it's just really handy to have everything right in front of you instead of having to go up on a server and poke around. So I have WooCommerce is the name of the folder for the plugin. And then where I spend most of my time is the templates subfolder. And in here is all kinds of good stuff. Knock yourself out, play around in here. But the one that I am focused on, the one we're looking at today, is content single product. So it's this guy right here. And then what we get once you have that, I'll get this out of our way, is, I guess I should, yeah, is this file right here. So it tells you how to override it, which is handy. As I mentioned before, it definitely does work. And then what you will see here is a bunch of actions. So these are if you watch the previous videos, or you watch the videos about the WooCommerce Hooks Customizer plugin that we wrote, this is what we're jumping into. We love action hooks. So what it's important to notice here, and I guess what I'll do is I'll put this over on our left, and then I will put our grumpy cat over on the right. And I will refresh because we took that out. There we go. So left-hand side, obviously, is the images, product images, sale flash, which is the little doodad that shows up there. And so you can tie into those, using this hook. And then on the right-hand side, if you've ever played with the HTML of a WooCommerce single product page, they have a div on the left for the images and a div on the right for the summary. But then they're running this action of WooCommerce single product summary, and within that hook, WooCommerce has already added their own goodies. So what they've given us the ability to do is not only create our own hook using this guy here, the single product summary hook, but we can now manipulate and even remove things that are hooked into it. So for example, I'm hoping this is big enough. But yeah, basically you have the title, the rating, the price, and you can see right here, the title, we're not using ratings on my page, so there's no rating. Then the price is next. Then the single excerpt, which is the short description in the back end. Then our button, then our meta, which is this, the SKU and the cats categories, not our cat, not our grumpy cat. And then, sharing, and then some other, structured data, whatever. We don't care about that. We're just looking at these actual hooks. And then while we're at it, if we keep going, we have tabs, upsells, and related products. So that's things that you could also remove from your page without having to delete code out of a template and put that template file in your child theme. Like this is, they give you all kinds of flexibility on the single product page. So we're going to stay here. So basically what our goal is, and I've had this come up quite a bit, where clients want us to move things around on the product page, and also add custom content. So that's a very, very common request is, can we get a custom field for our products with more information than is provided in the short description, and inject it into the page somewhere? So we would, use the single product summary hook, add our own action function to it like we did in the previous videos. And then if you watch the tab video, we talked about priority. So if, for example, you wanted something to show up right below the title but above the price, then we would give that hook a priority of, like, I mean, anything between 6 and 10, 6 and 9, if you will, like, and it would put it in there. But if you wanted to show up maybe below the short description, then you would give it a priority of 21. And I'm kind of talking virtually here, but anyway, we'd be able to add stuff in here. But what we're going to do today is just move things around. So all we're going to play with today is priority. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to leave this code over here so we can peek at it, and then we'll just go look at our grumpy cat when we are ready to move things forward. So as you noted, I've already moved some things around, but the way that you reorder things on a WooCommerce page is, again, we're tying into the single product summary. And what we have to do is we have to remove, we've only used add action before. We're going to remove action now. So we're going to take that, the SKU and the categories and tags, like the meta description, whatever that entails. We're going to remove that first. And you'll notice that I'm removing it with a priority. So I'm removing it with a priority of 40 because that's exactly what WooCommerce has told me it has as a priority. So it's fairly important that you match the priority in your remove action with whatever priority that hooked action has as well. So that's really pretty straightforward. And they tell you everything right here in this content single product template file. So now we've removed it, and I suppose I should show you. So let's go ahead and comment this guy out, and we'll see what happens. I've lost my cat. So here it is right here, the SKU and the categories. If I refresh now, it's gone. So all I have done is removed it, and that's something else you can do. You can pick and choose the things that you want to see on here. But let's put it back in, and you can see that I've given it a priority of 4. So we don't have to guess. We know that that's going to now show up way up top above our title, which is obviously kind of ridiculous, but let's just see what happens. There we go. Now we have our meta up above that. It would probably make a little teeny bit more sense. Maybe we just want it right above the cart button, which might make a little more sense. So here's our add to cart, and here's our excerpt. So 20 and 30. So as long as we put that back in somewhere between 20 and 30, let's get really creative and do 21, it will show up right above our cart. Oh, missed the button. There we go. So there's our SKU right above the add to cart button. So anytime you want to move these things around, you can do that. I actually think I'm actually going to try something which I'm not sure is going to work. Is that going to work? No, I don't think it will. Never mind. I was going to try, well, let's just try it. Let's see what happens if we move this single meta hook, or function, if you will, into a different spot. So basically what I'm going to do here is take the WooCommerce template single meta out of the page, which I've done on line 97, and then see if I can take this hooked function and put it, where do we want it? Let's put it like down, let's put it below our tabs. So I'm going to give it a priority of 11, and I'm hoping you can see what I'm doing here. I'm removing a function or a hook no, it's a function, from this upper single product summary, the WooCommerce single product summary, and I'm going to see if we can add it to the after single product summary, which I've done right here. And then we're going to see if we use priority 11, if we can get it to show up right after the tabs. I kind of want to do it before, but let's just leave it alone for now and see what happens. There we go. It worked. What do you know? So, and if I kind of wanted to do it above the tabs, for no good reason, but yeah, see, that's why. See, it was going to show up in a weird spot up here. So we're better off. We're better off with our 11, and put it below the tabs. And there you go. So that just shows us that we can take this function that we removed in line 97 and put it anywhere. Can we put it over? You want to put it above? Let's put it above the images. I don't know if that's going to work, but let's give it a try. And let's give it a... Yeah, 11 should work just fine, actually. So this should now show up. There we go. It is now moved above the images. So again, what we're able to do, once we've removed it, we can then add it anywhere else on the page and anywhere else within this template file, obviously. So I will put, I'm actually going to put it back here because I think it would be confusing. I'm going to move it above the title again. So I'm going to give it a priority of 4. And I'm doing that so that, and there it shows up, just so that when I put this in the video comment, it's pretty straightforward, but just know that if you're playing with that content single product template, you can move stuff around wherever you want.